channel. Today we're going to be talking about the European and Saudi Arabia and the Russian markets and the crude oil markets in the Europe due to the close of U.S. stock market on Tuesday for the Independence Day. European stocks traded lightly. Pan-European stocks indexes rebound, led by real estate stocks, but domestic stock indexes in major Eurozone economies such as Germany fell in unison, reflecting the increasing risk of economic slowdown in June PMI and other European and American economic data. While European and American central banks also continue to release interest rate hike signals, the uncertainty about the outlook weighed on the market sentiment. Among commodities, international crude oil rebounded. Two major OPEC Plus producers, Saudi Arabia and Russia, announced new actions to release supply, supporting oil prices higher. Algeria in Africa is also going to cut production slightly. Saudi Arabia extended its voluntary new production cuts of 1 million barrels per day that began in July by 1 month until August. Russian Deputy Prime Minister Alexander Novak said that Russia will reduce oil exports by 500,000 barrels per day in August. Algeria plans to cut production by 20,000 barrels per day in August. Analysts estimate that if the three countries' production cuts are fully implemented, the OPEC Plus will collectively reduce next month by 5.36 million barrels per day from the same period in August, and the cuts will have been even larger given many OPEC Plus members are unable to meet their respective production quotas. In addition, crude oil futures curve sent a more bullish signal. On Monday, the latest cross-period spread of crude oil closed at its highest level in about a month, reflecting market expectations of a tight supply. Industry insiders believe that Saudi Arabia is currently taking the initiative to preemptively stabilize oil prices, hoping that the oil price will rise to $80 per barrel in order to maintain the domestic budget. But markets are still waiting to verify the new production cuts in Russia and are worried that the central bank's continued interest rate are weighing on global demand. And next we're going to talk about the Eurozone. Euro real estate sector rose 2.8%. Sweden's bank rose nearly 16%. And the stock indexes of major Eurozone economies fell together. The Euro Stoxx 600 index closed up less than 0.1%, falling more than 0.2% on Monday, and starting near Friday's close higher since June 21st. Among the Stoxx 600 index, property closed up about 2.8%, rising about 6% in the last 3 trading days, the biggest 3-day gain in more than 3 months. The healthcare sector fell more than 2% on Monday and was dragged down by AstraZeneca. Among the real estate stocks, Swedish commercial real estate giant SBB disclosed on Tuesday that it sold all its stakes in Paribas Vestiges AB as the latest move by SBB to raise money by strengthen its balance sheet to get out of trouble. It closed up about 15%, the biggest driver of gains in the property sector, while AB rose about 6%. Among other volatile stocks, Belgian warehouse operator Warehouse Depot CVA, which raised its profit guidance, closed up 3.8%. OMV AG jumped 7.4% after the media said the department and Abu Dhabi discussed the establishment of a chemical and plastic product company worth more than $30 billion. In addition, London-listed AstraZeneca European shares closed up 2.4%. After announcing a preliminary results from a phase 3 clinical trial of a lung cancer treatment fell less than expected, the biggest drop since 2022. The UK 2-year UK bond yields are off their 2008 highs. European government bond prices did not continue to fall, and yields on British and German short-term bonds retreated. By the end of the bond market, the yield of the British 10-year benchmark government bond closed at 4.41%, down 2 basis points on the day, failing to continue to approach the highest since October last year, which was updated on June 20th. The yield on the 2-year British note closed at 5.38%, down 2 basis points on the day, off Monday's intraday rise above 5.4% and the 2-day streak of 2008 highs. The German 10-year bond closed at 2.45%, 2 basis points up on the day, and rising above 2.48% intraday. The 2-year yield German bond closed at 3.2%. The yen turned higher during the session, and it did not continue to approach the 7-month low. The offshore yuan rose more than 300 points during the session. The ICE dollar index DXY, which trades dollar against the euro and other 6 major currencies in a basket of exchange rates, fluctuated slightly on Tuesday, alternating between ups and downs during the session. After the Asian market turned higher in early trading, European stocks were close to 103.1 before the market to refresh the daily high, up 0.1% during the day. European stocks turned down before the market after the European stocks turned up many times intraday. Usually, U.S. stocks fell below 102.9 in the morning session to refresh the daily low, down 0.1% during the day. By the usual close of U.S. stocks on Tuesday, the dollar index was between 103 and 130.1, up less than 0.1% on the day. The Bloomberg Dollar Spot Index, which tracks the greenback against 10 other currencies, fell less than 0.1% for the second straight day after a slight decline on Monday. The yen rose above the U.S. dollars versus yen rose above 144.7 in early Asian trading to refresh the daily high. The euro fell below a daily low of 1.089 European stocks, falling 0.2% on the day. Offshore yuan CNH against the U.S. dollars updated the daily low of 7.2565 in the early Asian market. In the usual U.S. stocks market morning session has updated the daily high to 7.2181, up 348 points on the day, from the last Friday's 7.2857 to refresh the intraday low since November last year. Cryptocurrencies failed to extend Monday's rally. BTC rose above 31,300 in early Asian trading, approaching a 1-year high, and then continued to fall. International crude oil futures continued to rebound on Tuesday, erasing Monday's 3-day losing streak. WTI crude oil remains above $70 for most of the day. When the U.S. stocks updated their daily highs in the morning session, U.S. stocks rose 71.36, up more than 2.2% on the day, and the Brent oil also rose to $76.29, up about 2.2% on the day. By the close, Brent September crude oil futures closed up $1.6 or 2.14% at $76.25 a barrel, updating the closing high since June 21st, set on Friday. U.S. oil did not come to a close on Tuesday's Independence Day holiday. London-based futures were also mixed on Tuesday. Lunsi fell from a 3-day winning streak since last April. London copper bid farewell to the 2-day winning streak since late June. Nickel, which rebounded on Monday, also retreated, failing to continue to walk out of the lowest level since July last year. On Monday, Lunzink, which fell back on Monday, rose nearly 2%, rebounding to a more than 1-week high. Lune aluminum rose for 2 consecutive days, continuing to break the lowest level hit last week since the end of September last year. London lead rebounded slightly and did not stay near a 3-week low, set on Thursday. That's all I have for today. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe and see you next episode.